Alright, we're back for another night of taping. Well, we'll see whether we can get this to line up now. Take this flap off. Let's see if we get the underside taped off. I got another roll of sign mask, so we're good to go there. I might go all the way around with that, I don't know. We'll see how good a job I can do here. My yellow tape did not come in today. It won't be here till tomorrow. Amazon is ridiculous. They say next day, but don't hold your breath. Do not hold your breath. Put that there. Let's see here. I'll go inside. No, it doesn't matter. That's right. So we'll go like that and we'll cut it away. This is just a marker. Okay, let's reposition the camera because it's going to be easier for me to do it from the other side. Why is the hue so blue on there? Just check the settings on the camera. Okay, I'm going to need a little room here. Take this wheel off. Wrong one. Another 764. How the hell did I end up with so many 764s? Where are you? Seven 64s. 3/32. There we go. Okay. Hey, we got some chatters. It says Eddie, the blue the blue tape is crap and the yellow tape is for painting automotive. I mean, painter's tape is for house paint. The yellow tape is for automotive paint. Big difference. Now you guys can use whatever products you want. I only recommend. I'm not sponsored by anybody or anything. I only recommend what I use because it works. It's kind of like DC 540. When it was good, I recommended it because it was good. I didn't get any money out of that. Yes. after this broadcast, I will probably work on the computer and start getting the checks ready. And I found a Lockheed Skunk. See, we want to end up with that right on that line. You might want to take those out. Yeah, I'll leave them in there. So I use the tape as the turner. If I remember right, I did. So I'll just go from there. Let's see. I want to cut. Okay. So we'll do the first line here. First line. Okay, tape. Almost like I knew what I was doing. Pretty close. That looks pretty good. Okay, we need to cut that off. Now just because I got it taped doesn't mean I won't take it off and do it again. If I don't like it, I think it's going to be fine, but tomorrow night we'll get the checkerboards on it and see what it's going to look like. See, I want to end up with a, I got maybe 3 rows of checkerboards instead of 2, because I'd like to have this black and this black with that in the center, so it would be 1, 2, 3. And we might divide them into 3 rows just to make it more difficult. Of course. So we need to cut that back. Might as well do this other line while I'm here. Looks like I'm going to be home next week too for Thanksgiving, because we got Thursday, Friday off. I told them today I'll just take the whole week off. Yeah, but we got things we need to do. I got things at home I need to do. I mean, I gave them 6 years, but what more they want out of me? I ain't making big money there, so they want to fire me. Yeehaw. Don't matter to me. He said to me, he said, "You sure are taking a lot of time off." I said, "I'm only taking off time that's owed me." Now, whether you saw that there or not, I pulled it tight so it's straight, and before I set it down, I relaxed it. Let's see, that doesn't look right. Oh yeah, it does. Looks the same. Yeah, a little hoopy right there. Pretty straight. Now the hard part. We gotta get this turned in here. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. If I remember right, it was my machinist scale wide. Cut this off here. This next line to pull is pretty difficult because there's nothing to get on it with. So I just got to eyeball it. Nope. This is the orange line. And we're going right from there to right there. So almost like I knew what I was doing. Almost. Now I need to look down this to see if the line's straight. Little hoop in it. Yeah. Now for this one. There we go. 3/8. Yep. Well, I don't know what took an hour last night. Took 15 minutes on the bottom here. Nope, I hooped that. That's pretty good. Now, we need to clean up the tape. Eyeball it, make sure I'm going to like it. So, "12 watchers." See guys, and not only does the chat help, but when you leave a message after the video's over, that helps. The super chats help. It's engagement. That's what YouTube's looking at. And we're not doing too bad. I mean, better than some channels, but I'd sure like to get them numbers up there. Ah, I see what I did there. No good. I might have to redo those two lines because I don't think I can cut that. I don't have a long enough tail on this. Shit. We'll try. see if my hand skill is good as it used to be. Why did I do that? Hey, Yogi. Yeah. Better take this off before I dent anything up. There are a lot of guys that paint better than I do. I am just trying to pass on. I did it. I did it. I don't believe it. I am just trying to pass on this craft that I loved as a boy, still love as an old man, in hopes that maybe some 16-year-old kid will go, hey, I can do that. Let me tell you guys, you're not going to be able to do what I do the first time out. It took a lot of time to learn how to do this. But with some of the tips that I show you, it should be a whole lot easier than when I was growing up, because nobody would tell you anything. Come on. I did it. I did it. I got it. Cool beans. Okay, so now we want to cut this loose from the other side. We want to look at both sides and make sure they look the same. The angle of the camera makes this look funny over here, but they have to be the same because they're both matching. We need to turn it this way. And get these cut off and look down from the wingtip. Is it right? Yeah, pretty damn close. Pretty close. Before I paint that, I'll have to go over that tip again with some other tape. But if you look at it, these lines run pretty straight. There are no squirrels in them. And if we turn it over, I need to take that line off. I need to take this line off. Hey, Richard, I believe yellow's the best for no totally cured paint. Lower tack, but clean and sharp lines. The yellow tape. Well, let me tell you something about this yellow tape. The yellow tape is so good that it will leave a line just like fine line. That's no kidding. You don't have to use, I mean, I use fine line because you can go around the corner, but if you're doing a straight line, the yellow tape, you can push it down and it will lay down and give you a line exactly like fine line, as long as it's a straight line. You can't do a curved line. Well, I wish I could leave these parts of it. It instantly got a lot lighter. Okay. Looks to me like we got a little pencil line we'll have to take off with some alcohol, which is not a big deal. I'd like to get the first coat of clear on it this weekend. Not. I believe the yellow is best for not totally cured paint. Lower tack, but clean and sharp line. I have no problem with the yellow. This is, I got a sleeve of it coming, but it won't be here till tomorrow. 3M Automotive Refinishing Tape. It doesn't have a part number on it. Made in Canada. That's Canada. Maybe the Knucklehead works there. Jerry Mahoney and Knucklehead Smith. How many of you guys remember them? Okay, so now let's put the flat back on it, make sure it looks right. I'm still debating on whether to do gold leaf lettering on this or not. I mean, it was a big hit on the red because gold leaf on red is like a fire engine. It looks like it belongs there, but I don't know if gold leaf on the white is going to look right. But how I'm going to do that this time out, this is another cheating thing I'm going to do, is I'm going to cut the stencils. If I decide to do it, I'm going to cut the stencils, then I'm going to take my artist quill and put the sizing inside the black. I'm going to paint the black letters on it. Inside the black, put the sizing on it, then do the gold leaf, then clear over it, and that way I don't have to outline them. They'll be outlined in reverse. So that's another gold leaf cheat. So, what do you guys think? Should it be 3 checks wide or 2 checks wide? See, it looks wider on the camera down here than it is over here, but it's not. Let's see, what did I do with that scale? This is the layout scale I used right here. Oh, you can't see it. So put the scale in there right there. You see how wide it is right there? And you go on this end. And you see how wide it is right there? It's exactly the same. How wide is it in the middle? About the same. Same. So, and this is just eyeballed. This is, let's see here. We got some smuts on this I gotta get off. Smuts! After you build for a while, you know, I do this every day at work, so, you know, eyeball measurements. We'll see how close I am. If it's not acceptable, I'll redo it. But I bet it's pretty darn close. Might have to take some thinner to get that off. You don't have no thinner here. I don't even have any 91, all I got 70. Okay, let's measure it up. This one here is 5/16 on that end. 5/16 there. Five-sixteenths there. So this is perfectly parallel. Let me measure this again. This is 5/8. 5/8. 5/8. So 5/16 and 5/8. Come on, can't even move. Five-sixteenths and 5/8. This is a little shallow here, I can see. This here, yep, it's a quarter. What is this? That's 5/8. That's 5/8. About a 64th less than 5/8. 5/8. So this one here is a little narrow, but we're not going to worry about it. It's let's see here, 64th over a quarter. So what happened here? I mean, it's straight, it's consistent, but it's just not. It's a little narrow there. A little narrow there. It'll be fine. I use 3M blue fine line. I'm sold on 3M products. That part number is PN06404. Sharp paint line, superior conformity, clean removal, waterborne compatible. Well, we won't worry about waterborne. We ain't putting no water on this till we're wet sanding. Warrants this product 3M applications at the time of 3M shipment. Excellent. Blah blah. 3M makes no other warranties, conditions including implied warranty, mechanability, or fitness of particular purpose. There's a bunch. There is a breach of this warranty. Your exclusive remedy shall be the product replacement or refund purchase price. 3M is not liable for any direct or indirect special, incidental, or consequential damage related to this product. So they take no responsibility whatsoever. But it's good stuff. So in 34 minutes we got the bottom side done. I wish I wouldn't have put a little dent there. I'm gonna have to sand that and which is bad because I have a little small dent there from my ring where I caught it when it flipped off the paint stand. By the time I get it to the nats, it'll have 5 or 6 of those on it somewhere. But for the life of me, I can't get it out of my head right now. It's a brand new airplane. I got to get that out. Let's put this back on. We'll put this back on. I might do like I did on the Tucker, some lettering on the nose. Definitely checkerboard here, but maybe lettering on the nose. Name of the airplane or something along those lines. I don't know. Maybe I'll do some advertisement. I don't know what I'll put up there. We'll put something up there. But I definitely got my little skunk for the tail. Skunk and a shooting star. I don't think Lockheed will sue me for that, but hell, you never know. Did you guys ever see on the on YouTube, there's a channel called B is for Build. And this kid does metalwork on cars, and he builds cars. Well, he decided he was going to build a Shelby Cobra named Eleanor. And so he took a, I don't know, 69 Mach 1 or whatever your Eleanor was, 65 or whatever it was, from the Gone in 60 Seconds movie. And he took the body and chopped it off and put it on a brand new Mustang chassis. So he's built this car, and it looks exactly like a Shelby Cobra. Do you know that there's a woman who owns that patent? They came and took that car from him. I don't see how they could get away with that, but she owns the rights to anything named Eleanor. How the hell do you do that? There was a big controversy over that. You know, this airplane's getting lighter. I can feel it. See that, or I'm getting stronger. It's getting lighter, gassing off. But we're gonna load her up this weekend. Windy coats. Get a nice big thick windy coat on it. Get it sanded out and get it inked up. I'm gonna take it back to St. Louis this week and paint it upstairs in my room. Next week, get 3-4 more coats on, day between each coat, sand it out with 600. We're gonna have a shiny beast. And I'm pretty happy with how it's coming out, really. I mean, there's a couple of spots like that little booger right there. I don't know how I'm gonna get that off, but we'll pick it off somehow. It's a little bit of flash that I couldn't get to come off. But you got to be careful. I got it. That kind of shit drives me fruit. They're called nibs, and they just bother me to death. Most people don't notice that stuff, but it stands out to me like a sore thumb. We got a nice smooth front end here. One coat of clear will seal that off. We'll sand her up, and these will be buried. Going to be nice. All right, we got 40 minutes in. I'm not going to start the other wing tonight because it's too labor intensive. We'll do the top one tomorrow night, and by then my new roll of blue will be in. And you know, maybe that wouldn't look so bad. So if we got black, white, that red would go around that way. I better measure them, see what they are. You kind of got to think about everything. I mean, you can, well, we'll just put some checkers on it. Well, you better figure out how to lay them out, especially when you're doing it the way I'm going to do it, where I got to plot them on the plotter. To except I can't find my dressmaker's tape. Need to buy a couple of them. I got one. I know where one's at, sitting on my workbench in St. Louis, but I had one here somewhere. Well, before I go any farther, I'll have to figure out the width of this. It's about 3 inches. So, where's that? I don't even have the flexible ruler. Where the hell did it go? Gotta clean all this crap up. Yeah, we got this ruler. This ain't gonna cut it, but we'll get an idea. Three and a half. Now out here, 3 inches, so it's got taper in it. Thank me for what? Yep, 3 and a half here, a little over 3 and a half, 3 5/8, and here it's 3 inches. So the checks are bigger on this end and they come down this way. So 3 and a half, so half of 3 and a half would be 1 3/4. 1 3/4 right there. I might have to do these the old-fashioned way and tape them out. Now, if you're going to tape checkerboards, you got to do it in 2 settings. You go, this sounds goofy, but you lay your center line on here, and then you lay it out every other one. You tape a line there, tape a line there, tape a line there, and then you tape every other one off, and you tape all the bottom off here. There's a line here, and you paint these black or red or whatever color you're going to paint. Then you wait for it to dry, and you take that up and reverse the process where you're painting, or you tape the bottom, every other one, in reverse, and then paint those. So it takes 2 tapings, not 3 like people think. It takes 2 tapings to paint checkerboards. Every other one on one line, the next line down is every other one. And that doesn't matter if it's 5, 10, 15 lines thick. You got to do every other one. So 2 tapings. But if you got stencils and you're good with a plotter, it's 1 taping and you're done. It'll take me 2 hours to figure out the taper in this on the computer to get it laid out. It'll take 10 minutes to cut, 5 minutes to put down, and 30 seconds to paint. If I do it the old way, it'll take all day. So we're going to do it the new way. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. I don't know. But the trick is, the first color painted, it works right from trailing edge forward. First color painted is the yellow. We're going to tape all this off, the whole airplane, except for this much right here. Be tape up to there, and then we'll paint the yellow, and who cares if it oversprays into the orange. Then you take and you back mask, when this tacks up, you back mask this with the yellow tape, and then you paint the orange, and then after the orange tacks up, you put tape over the orange, and then you paint the red. Don't paint this, so we might have to tape this. You can't get any red on this because it's going to be white. Yeah, that's right. So you're going to have to tape the leading edge off, because we want nice bright white checks, not black orange or black red. Okay, I hope this lesson helps you. I mean, this is not a big deal. It's pretty simple. We'll just go ahead and flip that template over onto the other side. Making sure that that's the same. You know, it's not a big deal. Here's another clue for you guys. I like painting a line along the cap strips. That hides any of, where the cap strip fitment is not exactly perfect. It draws your eye right to that line, but your eye won't notice the uneven fitment of the cap strips. Not that these are uneven, but they're always uneven. Doesn't matter who you are. So if you draw a line on it, they're straight. It's just like when I did the Tucker. I don't know if you guys remember this. There was a spot right here where my motor mount came through. It poked through the balsa. Like I tell you, hardwood, dissimilar woods. Well, there's no way that I was going to redo that nose. What did I do? I put Tucker right there, right over the top of it. It draws your eye right to it, but you can't see it. So it's kind of like ink lining. If you got a cowl line and it's a good fitting cowl line, you can make that look like an ink line by ink lining to that cowl line. It draws your eyes right to it, and it tricks your eyes into thinking that's an ink line instead of a cowl break. So when you're planning your paint job out, any of the bugaboos that you might have, you know because you have your hands on the airplane the entire time, where the buggers are, you want a paint line to run over that bugger because it draws your eye right to that place and you can't see it. I hope that makes sense. And that spot is not off good enough. It's driving me fruit. I might have to get a razor blade on it. Matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna do. Nice, fresh, sharp razor blade. Try to scrape it off. We might be toothpicking it with some white. Yeah, I think I got it. It's better, but it's not perfect. I think I'm going to have to toothpick a piece of some white on there. No, I got it there. These are the kind of things you go through for an outstanding model. You can't overlook any small detail. Especially if you want to be on the front row, because you got guys like Jim Lynch and Charlie Reeves and some of the appearance judges that have built model airplanes. It's still not there. Yeah, I'm going to have to toothpick it. They go, hey, what are you going to do about that? Nothing. And they look at everything. So instead of being embarrassed, you look at everything first and make sure that it's not noticeable. Now another way to hide that would be to do an ink line over that, which I thought about ink lining all this stuff, which I still might. We'll get it somehow. You can bet that it will be right when it's done. Alright, we got 9 minutes left, 8 and change. We're done for the evening. Appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, and share. Leave a comment. And if these videos help you, that little heart icon on the bottom, the super thanks, throw me a tip. Because I put a lot into these videos and it really helps the channel. So, till I see you tomorrow night, fair winds, tight lines. See ya.